Let's be honest with each other for a second. How long have you been looking in the mirror and not liking what you see? How long have you been promising yourself you'll start working out tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes? How long have you felt like your life is spinning out of control and there's nothing you can do about it? Well, today I'm going to tell you that the solution isn't what you think it is. The solution isn't just about building muscle. The solution is to go to the gym and lift weights. But not to change your body, go to change your mind. Yeah, you heard that right. Bodybuilding isn't a sport at all. Bodybuilding is a full-blown school of life that teaches you how to endure hardship, how to stay committed, and how to step out of your comfort zone. And here's the crazy part. 90% of its impact isn't on your muscles, it's on your psychology. Let's dive in and see how. A few years ago, I was in a dark place. No, this isn't a joke. I was in a deep, crushing depression. Every morning I woke up with this strange emptiness inside me. Like there was no reason to get out of bed. Like nothing mattered anymore. And worst of all, I felt like I had zero control over anything. Not over my emotions, not over my future, not even over myself. And that feeling of helplessness, that's the worst feeling a human being can experience. But one day, weirdly enough, I decided to go to the gym. Not because I wanted to get in shape, no. I went because I was fed up with myself. I went because I wanted to do something where at least I wouldn't fail. Little did I know that day would be the turning point of my life. The day I realized bodybuilding was going to be my salvation. The first time I picked up a barbell, my hands were shaking. Not from exhaustion, from fear. Fear that I couldn't do it. Fear that I'd fail again. But something inside me said, just once. Just one representative, and I lifted that weight. In that moment, something shifted in my brain. A tiny spark, a strange feeling of power. Let me tell you, working out, especially when you're lifting, has an amazing effect on your brain. When your muscles contract and you push to that breaking point, your brain releases these chemicals called endorphins. They're your body's natural painkillers. The ones that give you that rush of euphoria and calm. But it doesn't stop there. Bodybuilding is a form of dynamic meditation. When you're focused on a movement, all those useless, negative thoughts just leave your mind. It's just you, the weight, and that movement. And that forced focus pulls your mind out of that cycle of negative, anxious thoughts. It teaches you how to control your mind, just like you control your muscles. Let's go a little deeper into this. Do you know why bodybuilding has such a massive impact on confidence? Not just because you look better. No, that's a surface-level explanation. Real confidence is built when you prove to yourself that you can do something, even when it's hard. Even when you might fail. But you try anyway. Imagine this. First day at the gym, you're struggling to lift 10 kilos. But a month later, you're easily lifting 20. That's when I realized the big truth. That gradual progress teaches you a powerful lesson. You can do it. And that message spills over into every part of your life. Not just in the gym, but in your work, your relationships, and everything else you face. It tells you that you can overcome your fears. It tells you that you can handle hardship. And that's a huge leap in your mindset. You might find it interesting that in psychology, this is called self-efficacy. It's the belief you have in your own ability to get things done. And here's the kicker. Research shows that bodybuilding is one of the best ways to build that belief. Every time you lift a heavier weight, you're telling your brain, hey, look, I can handle bigger challenges. And that message becomes a deep, rooted belief that influences every aspect of your life. But that's just the beginning. Let me tell you about something else, something called discipline. Discipline. Maybe you don't like that word. Maybe you think disciplined people are rigid and boring. But let me tell you, discipline is real freedom. It's the ability to do what you know is right, even when you don't feel like it. Bodybuilding is the best teacher of discipline. It teaches you to wake up early, even when it's raining. It teaches you to eat healthy, even when you're craving pizza. It teaches you to go to the gym, even when you're tired. And that daily discipline becomes a habit that spreads to every part of your life. Before you know it, you're more disciplined at work, more organized with your finances, and more responsible in your relationships. That's the hidden secret nobody tells you. Bodybuilding is a long game. Nobody picks up a barbell and becomes a champion in one day. It's a process, a long journey with ups and downs. And that's exactly what teaches you how to be consistent. How to stay on the path, even when you can't see the results. It teaches you patience, trust in the process, and how not to quit. And that's the greatest lesson you can ever learn in life. Let's think about this for a moment. How many of us start something, only to quit a few weeks later when we don't see immediate results? How many of us give up at the first sign of failure? Bodybuilding teaches you that failure is part of the path. That some days, you won't be able to lift the weight. Some days, you won't have the energy. But what matters is that you get back up, try again, and keep moving forward. That's what psychologists call resilience. And bodybuilding is a hands-on workshop for building that resilience. Every session, you're breaking down your muscles so they can grow stronger. You're putting stress on your body so it can adapt. And that's exactly what you need to do with your mind. You need to put pressure on it, step out of your comfort zone, so it can grow stronger. You might be asking, okay, how do I start this? Let me give you a practical roadmap. First, set a small goal. Today I'm going to the gym for 20 minutes. That's it, nothing more. Then, promise yourself you'll repeat it. The next day, again. And the day after. That's when you'll see how a small habit can create massive change. Second, listen to your body, but don't accept your excuses. Some days you're genuinely tired. Fine, do a lighter workout. But don't use tiredness as an excuse to skip the gym entirely. Because that's your mind lying to you, not your body. Third, enjoy your progress. Celebrate even the tiniest wins. You lifted 5 kilos more than yesterday. Awesome. Pat yourself on the back. These small celebrations release dopamine in your brain and give you motivation to keep going. Now here's the part most people miss. Bodybuilding teaches you how to deal with disappointment and failure. When you put the weight down and feel like you couldn't do it, you learn that this is just a moment. That's all, not the end of the world. Not a complete failure. You learn that tomorrow is another day, a fresh opportunity. And this mindset is the key to combating depression and anxiety. It teaches you that your emotions don't control you. You're the one in control of the weight, not the other way around. And when you learn this in the gym, it helps you in life too. When you face a big problem, you tell yourself, this is just a heavy weight. I can lift it, maybe not today, but tomorrow, or the day after. But I'm not giving up. And that's the greatest gift bodybuilding can give you. A strong mind that can handle anything. Let me tell you about an even bigger secret. Bodybuilding is a mirror, not just a mirror that shows you your physical shape, but a mirror that reflects your true character. When you're in the gym, struggling with the weights, you're actually facing yourself. Your laziness, your fears, the limits you've built in your mind. Every time you lift that weight, you're saying no to that inner voice that says, you can't. You're proving to yourself that you're stronger than you thought. And that's an incredible feeling. A feeling of real power that comes from the depths of your being. Remember when I said bodybuilding is 90% mental and only 10% physical? Now you see why. Because that 10% is just the tool to get to that golden 90%. That 90% is what makes you a better person. It's what teaches you how to manage your life, chase your dreams, and overcome any challenge. Many successful people around the world have used bodybuilding as a tool to strengthen their minds, not just to look good. Arnold Schwarzenegger, one of the greatest bodybuilders in history, always said that bodybuilding taught him how to turn his dreams into reality. He said that every time he lifted, he reminded himself that nothing is impossible. And that mindset helped him succeed not just in bodybuilding, but in acting, politics, and every area of his life. A Harvard University study found that people who do regular strength training aren't just physically stronger, they're mentally tougher too. These people experience less stress and depression, and they're better at handling problems. And that's not just a catchy phrase. It's a fact backed by real research. But let's come back to us. To our own lives. Maybe right now you're sitting in your room, reading this, and still hesitating. Maybe you're thinking, this isn't for me, or, I'm not that strong. But let me tell you, that's just your inner fear talking. The same voice that won't let you step outside your comfort zone. But honestly, all you need is one small step. Like I said, Go to the gym today, or even at home, do some simple bodyweight exercises. Just to prove to yourself that you can. Then do it again tomorrow. And the day after. Let this become a habit. Let bodybuilding teach you how to build a better version of yourself. Because that's the only way to transform your life. Not with crazy diets, not with diet pills, not with empty words. Only through action, daily effort, and discipline. Now let's talk about something most people overlook. Bodybuilding teaches you how to be kind to yourself. It might sound strange, but it's true. When you're in the gym, you're putting your body under stress, not to hurt it, but to make it stronger. And that's a huge lesson for life. Sometimes you need to push yourself, but not out of self-hatred, out of love. You do it for yourself, for your future, for the person you can become. You learn to find the balance between harshness and endless kindness. Bodybuilding teaches you to respect your body, listen to it, and take care of it. And when you learn that, it helps you in every part of your life. At work, in relationships, everywhere. Let's think about this. How many times have you blamed yourself after a failure? How many times have you told yourself, I'm worthless? Bodybuilding teaches you that these thoughts are just big, fat lies. It proves to you that you can, that you're strong, and that you're worth the effort. Every time you lift that weight, you're sending a message to your brain. I am strong, I am capable, I can handle anything. And these messages slowly become deep-rooted beliefs that change your life. You no longer need validation from others. Because now, you get your validation from yourself, from those weights you lifted, from the path you walked. And that's the greatest confidence a person can have. Confidence that comes from within, not from outside. But this is just the beginning. You know what else is fascinating about this? Bodybuilding teaches you how to step out of your comfort zone. That moment you put the barbell on your back and you're about to squat, that's the moment of fear. That's the moment you want to run away. But when you go down and come back up, you've just proven that you can face your fear. And that gives you incredible confidence. It tells you, if I can handle this weight, I can handle that job interview. If I can do this tough move, I can handle that difficult conversation with my boss. And slowly, your whole life becomes a gym. Every challenge becomes a weight you need to lift. And you, with all the practice you got in the gym, are now ready to handle all of them. You might be wondering, can bodybuilding really help with depression? Let me explain with an example. Imagine depression is like a heavy weight constantly on your shoulders. You feel heavy, you can't breathe properly, and you think there's no way to lighten the load. But when you go to the gym and lift weights, you're teaching your body how to handle heaviness. You're teaching it how to get stronger so it can lift that weight. And that's exactly what you're doing with your mind. You're teaching your mind how to handle that emotional heaviness, how to get stronger, and how to overcome it. And it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But with every session, every rep, every drop of sweat, you're proving to yourself that you can. You're proving that you're stronger than you ever imagined. And here's something you might never have thought about. Bodybuilding teaches you how to enjoy failure. Yes, you heard right. When you put the weight down and couldn't lift it, that's a failure. But that failure tells you where you went wrong, it tells you how to train better, and it gives you the motivation to try again. In real life, we run from failure. We're scared of it, but bodybuilding teaches you that failure is just another stepping stone to greater success. It teaches you how to use failure as fuel to keep moving forward. And that's a huge mental shift. That's what's called a growth mindset. The belief that abilities aren't fixed and can be developed through effort. And bodybuilding is the perfect environment to cultivate this mindset. Now let's think about the future. Imagine a year from now, waking up every morning with an incredible sense of power and energy. Imagine looking in the mirror and instead of criticizing, you feel proud. Imagine moving through your work, your relationships, and every part of your life with more confidence and strength. That's what bodybuilding can give you. That's the transformation. But this transformation starts today, with that one small step. With that simple decision where you say, enough. It's time to change. I want to end with a famous quote from Arnold, but from a slightly different angle. Arnold said, "Weakness is a choice." And honestly, that means strength is a choice too. Every day, in every moment, we can choose to be strong or weak. We can choose to give up or fight. We can choose to stay in our comfort zone or step out of it. Bodybuilding makes that choice easier for you, because it shows you that strength isn't just a word. Strength is a daily action. And you, with every rep, are choosing it. So let's start today. Let's go to the gym, or go to the yard, or even just in our room, and do one simple movement. Just to prove to ourselves that we can. Just to send a message to our brain, I am strong. And tomorrow, do it again. And the day after. Let this become a habit, a lifestyle, a way to transform your entire being. Because honestly, we all have a sleeping giant inside us. A power waiting to be awakened. And bodybuilding is the best key to wake that giant. So let's take that key and open the door to our new life. Let's decide today that we're not just going to transform our bodies, we're going to transform our minds. Because that's the only way we can become the best version of ourselves. That's the promise of bodybuilding. The promise of a better life, full of strength, confidence, and peace. And always remember this: bodybuilding isn't just about building muscle. It's about building an unbreakable mind. Building an infinite life. And this is just the beginning of the journey.